A warm welcome to all of you to this wonderful ATA Talk 2 and Quizathon 1 event. And it is specially being organized to celebrate International Testers Day. Welcome you all. All right, so we are probably this is an 1 hour event, and we will have a lot of question and answers from our volunteers. We will have some quizzes and obviously Quizathon as well. All right, so I normally start with a small prayer. Let me say that aloud. Sarvesham swastirubhavtu, Sarvesham shantirbhavtu, Sarvesham purnam bhavtu, Sarvesham mangalam bhavtu, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So and this is our community. We wish that everybody is doing well. Everybody is having peace. May there be fulfillment in everyone and everybody, and obviously auspiciousness as well. ATA has been a community driving the basic principles behind this prayer, and I wish well-being for everybody once again. And big thank you to everybody who has joined, all the volunteers, all the guests. There are right now 52 participants, 53 right now as I speak. A warm round of applause to everybody who is with us today to celebrate Testers Day and part of this ATA Talk 2 event. And obviously, we're going to have a grand Quizathon 1 being launched today. That would be part of the GTR Global Testing Retreat, which is basically the seventh edition of the conference. And it is one of the largest conference in testing in and around India and obviously in Asia as well. All right. So can you all go to slido.com? We'll do a small test. This is where Quizathon also will happen. And type in Quizathon 1. You can do it from your desktop. You can do it from your mobile. Try this. Can everybody do that, please? All right. So if you can join, can you see this? If you join, probably I'll come to know. My first question is, where are you attending this event from? Make sure that you please go live. Yeah, Soumya is also there. Hi, Soumya.
Hi, Aditya. Hi, everyone.
Hi. And I'm sure that Pune would beat us all. This is basically, but we'll get to see at least where all we are coming in from. Okay. So we're around 56 odd people in this event today. And I want all of you to, yeah. Oh yeah, Mumbai. Mumbai is basically beating yeah, Pune will soon basically overcome. So is everybody able to join? Let us take a quick poll, because the Quizathon and basically the sample quiz, we will basically also do it here. As if you're playing with the whiteboard, don't do. So I'm going to give 1 more minute. And then we'll basically move on to the next question that we are having here. All right, so welcome everybody. Big round of thank you from the entire ATA volunteering team and the team behind these events. Would like to welcome you all for this wonderful ATA talk and Quizathon 1. I'm going to post the next question here. Can you answer it now? Which company are you from? I think there's many from voice, and there are a lot from Cognizant, IBM, Infogain as well. All right, so welcome you all. Many thanks to everybody and all the organizations who have been supporting ATA and these wonderful community events. All right, so I'm going to go to the next slide here quickly. Just quick introduction about what is ATA. Our main intent is to make sure that we create these self-evolving communities. Because of COVID, we have not been able to do physical meetups, which we want to start again. We were doing it very successfully in Pune, Bangalore, even in Mumbai, and we want to restart that, rekindle that. We had chapters around 24 countries. We launched 20 plus certifications. CPSAT, which is our Selenium certification, the ecosystem for Selenium certificate, it's probably global's #1, being supported by a lot of companies as well, because it's the only practical assessment driven program. Make sure that you look at it, and we want to make sure that as a community, as a team, we all learn from each other. We have had basically more than 15 conferences. ATA GTR is one of the largest global testing conference. This year it would be 7th edition. We did the first global conference on the API testing side called as API Summit. We were probably the first community to hold blockchain summit again in Bangalore. And similarly, we have been doing a lot more in the area of emerging technologies. We'll keep on doing that, guys, and we need your support. Now, I'm going to ask you to look at the next slide very carefully. So are you guys ready? If yes, can you look at these two pictures? Yeah, all of you, okay? Now, anyone who can guess what these two photos are and why is this in recent news? You can unmute yourself and speak, guys. If you want to show your video, you can. Anyone? Did you look at the photos or? Yeah. Who's this? Can you say your name and? Yeah, so I'm going to show the photos again. Okay, can you see the photos? Can you see these two pictures? Yeah. Okay, there you go. What are these two photos all about? Anybody?
I guess, hi, my name is Sujit. So this is from the NASA Moon event. I guess this is expected on this month to be launched.
Okay. Anybody else? Good try. Very nice. It's very close.
I am Subin,
Yeah.
but that got failed. Now that is in that's repairing, and they are planning to launch it soon after completing it.
Good. Very nice, Subin. Thank you so much. See, these is the rocket itself is called as Artemis-1. It's basically planned for a moon mission, and they want to make sure that people can travel down to moon and come back. This was supposed to be the first flight, which has not happened yet. And this actually failed a second time. The launch actually could not happen because of the fuel leak. Okay, I'll share this URL. You can search for these. Also, if you look at it, they tried launching it for the first time, and sometime late August, and the engine number 3 could not reach the appropriate temperature range to allow for launch, and this led to postponement. The latest launch was failed because of fuel leak, and the first launch basically could not happen because of engine number 3. It's a cryogenic engine. Basically, they need a super cold liquid fuel, and that is what propels the rocket to such a height. It's one of the largest rocket ever made by human beings. Everybody is looking forward to such a launch, and it has basically, they have not been able to successfully launch it. They postponed the launch. Okay, this is what the story behind what has happened till now. Question to you: has this anything to do with testing? Anyone?
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead, Ganesh.
Yeah, definitely it has to do with the testing.
So can you tell us what exactly is your thoughts when we talk about testing? What exactly might have gone in there?
The test, whatever have been performed in a virtual environment or the simulated environment might not be correct, or the particular scenario which right now has been filled is not covered. That's one of the area we can think of.
Okay, so I did some little more digging in, and it seems they have done huge amount of testing. This actually was an article around maybe 2 to 3 months back, and they said engineers are testing a system designed to destroy some NASA's massive space launch program that was called as flight termination system. What they felt is if something goes wrong, maybe it would be better to basically kill the rocket right when it is launched, and without this certification it would not have gone live. Another test was all about making sure, they were calling that as a wet dress rehearsals, and it says that it was more about the test involves fueling the SLS, which is basically the space launch system, with 7 lakh gallons of propellant and conducting a full launch countdown. So they have done it, but they're being very careful, because such a leaks and all, they would have actually done it. And these kind of tests, which is basically done before the launch, I would call them as something like a staging test, okay, before it goes live. And if there is any issues being found, they would not launch the rocket. It is just the last minute full checkups that is being done here, and it is better not to launch and fail. It is a huge, around 4 to 5 billion USD has been spent. Anything which goes wrong means all that money will go into drains. So strong testing and the last minute testing is also being done to ensure that the production failures don't happen. Okay, and that's where we thought that this small story would be good to start today's International Testers Day. So a warm welcome again, guys, and a happy International Testers to all of you. Big round of applause for everybody who is in testing. I am a very proud tester, and I wish that everybody in this organization or in this team, in this event, and whoever is basically doing software testing or a part of the testing world, remain very, very proud of what we guys are doing. All right, guys. So any comments here? Anything that you would like to say? All right. So I hope that everybody is feeling
Harsh,
proud.
just
Yes.
one point. I'm sorry.
Sure.
My name is Sujit here again.
Sure.
So I guess this is the similar to a case that I guess I just forgot the name actually. The same it happened when due to a fractional value testing, the entire the mission was scrapped by the NASA. I guess it is 90s in 90s era.
Correct. You are absolutely right. That fractional error would have led to a big route change. Yes. It would have led to a very big route changes.
Very big. Yes.
So on Earth and small, those fractional changes don't matter, but in space that can lead to the entire trajectory being lost. So yes, you're right. And now the window of launch basically for this particular rocket would not be there for this month. They can only launch it next month, because the position of the moon and the location from where the rocket is being launched are connected. They probably can't launch it for next 20 odd days or maybe 30 odd days. What I read is that this rocket can only be launched in next 30 days or sometime in early October. So let's hope, let's keep our fingers crossed. This would be the first launch for this rocket. Then second also would happen, and probably the third would be the manned flight. So they are testing a lot of stuff here, and they want to send people and bring them back after basically they go to moon and come back again. All right. So great, guys. So this is where we have a small agenda here. We'll start with a sample quiz. Okay, remember this quiz would not be considered as quizathon. Then we will have a little ATA volunteering team where the questions that you pose, we have selected few of them and we'll ask them to answer. We will have a quizathon immediately after that, and then we'll have an open forum. I want you to basically pose any questions to all of us, and the volunteers, me, anybody in the team is more than welcome to answer that. Okay, so this is, we have got around 45 more minutes to go. So are you guys ready for the sample quiz? Okay. Before we go for the sample quiz, I want you to basically look at this particular video. Okay. So this is where we are. The first quiz is basically a sample warm-up quiz. I would request you to join at slido.com. And even though it's a sample quiz, the first winner will probably get a t-shirt. This is the t-shirt that we have. This is an ATA t-shirt. It is also to do with testing too. Let me just open this up. Okay, can you read this? Can you try reading it?
If you can read this, you can get a good job in software testing.
Absolutely, yes, guys. So welcome to this software testing meet. And I would request you to basically now be ready for the quiz. Have you guys joined the quiz? Okay. Are you here? I'm going to basically make the first quiz live soon. Okay.
Just 1 minute.
Sure. So I will hold. You probably can see the quiz. You can join. I'll see everybody who is joining the quiz now. Okay. Arshada has joined. Yeah, great. Yusuf, Milin. Remember, this is a sample quiz. The first winner, only one person, we are making sure that that person gets a special ATA testing or software testing t-shirt. 37 of you have joined. I'm going to hold for another few seconds. All right. So is it okay to go live? Are you guys ready? I'm considering this as a yes. Okay, here you go, guys. So the video that you just saw, the question is related to that. Go ahead and answer, guys. All right. So the correct answer is basically the last one. 67% of you got it right, which is very right. And we have Rasika, who is basically coming on the top right now. She answered that in 11. Is that second? Maybe yes. All right. So let's go to the second question. Can you see the photograph?
Just
By
one
the way,
second.
is this a photograph of it?
I'm not able to see the questions. I'm not sure why. I just logged in, but not able to see that.
You will have to go to slido.com and type in Quizathon 1.
Yeah, same I did.
And then
let me try it.
Try it again. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm holding on to basically this is where people have answered. All right. So I'm going to show the correct answer shortly. Are you able to see? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and show the correct answer. The correct answer is photograph. I am not showing the leaderboard. Here is your third question. Same photograph. You have to tell me where is this place. This was an actual photograph, by the way. 50% of you got it right. All right. So this is where you have got basically the answers. 35% feel it is Munnar, 16% Jaisalmer, 29% Sri Lanka, and 20% Kenya. Correct answer is Kenya, guys. Okay, let's look at the next question. What is the significance of naming the moon rocket by NASA as Artemis? All right. 46% of you are saying it is basically Apollo's twin sister. The first rocket that USA sent up on moon, the moon mission was Apollo. And this is basically probably 46% of you have got it right. And as of this moment, Darshan is leading the pack. Prasanna is also 4, Nayan Raj is also 4, and there are others in competition as well. All right, so let's go to the next question. All right, so I think majority of you are getting the questions right. Darshan, you're still on the top of the pack. Prasanna also there, very close. Nayan Raj, very close, and others as well. Okay, here you go. Next question. All right, so it's a false statement. 46% of you got it right. Prasanna has beaten Darshan in the speed. At this moment, things are changing fast, guys. Let's look at the next question. Okay, so the correct answer is 2000. Leaderboard I'm not showing. Next question is here. This again download, probably this was an easy question we thought. All right, next question. Yeah, hopefully all 83% of you would have got it right. All right, so this is basically your quiz results. Nayan Raj has probably beaten everybody out. Total 9 out of 10. Prasanna 8 out of 10. Can somebody take a screenshot of this? Nayan Raj, you win a special T-shirt from ATA. Okay, congratulations. Okay, this is where the sample quiz was there. I'm going to come back again to our presentation and lead to the next section. Okay, remember we talked about this. I just want to make sure that you probably, if you can see this, I'll just show you. Okay, this is basically the video. Can you see the video?
We started this project close to 1.5 years ago. We wanted to take everything we have learned from C7, our first boat, and make it even better. So we are looking at probably the best boat in the world.
I joined Candela less than a year ago. Then this boat was like a sketch on a piece of paper, and now it's here, and it's incredible to be part of this journey. As an engineer, and I've been working in product development for my whole working life. And this is like one of a kind trip. It's truly amazing what we've done in super short time.
1 second.
At Candela, we're now a team of 70 people that have worked on this boat for 18 months. It has been a tough journey sometimes.
All right, I'm going to show the other video where we said that it is going to be happening soon. This is something which is basically, first of all, it's an electric ferry, and it would happen sometime next year. So it's almost a reality. It's a flying ferry. It can ferry 30-40 people at a speed of around 80 to 100 kilometers per hour. Amazing stuff. Candela is doing great. By the way, the technology around us is changing so fast. Okay, so I just want to let you know that while we are doing so much stuff, electric vehicles is something that we should all be aware that it is sweeping the technology in the vehicle segment. And if any one of you get a chance to work on the electric vehicle side of things, that would be a space to look out for, guys. So that would be something which would be amazing for all of us, whether it is software for electric vehicles, whether it is any other work related to electric vehicles. That would be one key area that would define the next 10 years. So don't miss out on a chance being a software tester or being a tester on such a technology. So this is what excites me today. Other than what we are doing, this would be amazing, guys. Okay. All right. So the next segment of our program is to meet our wonderful ATA volunteers. This is the page that we have dedicated to all our volunteers. Ravi, are you there? Nayan, Darshan, Rasika, Harpreet, thank you so much. Rituraj, are you there? Ganesh, Nagraj, Karthik, are you there? Harsh, Harshada, Ankit, are you there? Sushant, Ramchandra, Ratikant, Harshad, Soumya, Anis, Abhay, are you there? Swapnil, Adesh sir, are you there? Shreyas, Kanwar, Tapan, Deepti, Jyoti, Arasu, Nimish, Sanjeev sir, Sundaresan, Sumit, Sujay, myself, Rohit, Amit, and Mohan sir. So we were trying to basically launch a small video, but that video that we have basically is very long, and I don't want to make sure that the meeting time that we have would overrun. That's why I thought that I'll have a quick round of introduction with all using our page, and then we will basically ask them to answer some of the questions. So that I will do for next 10 minutes, and then we will come back to Quizathon, and then we'll have open question and answers. Okay. So with this, we are having the first roundtable with our volunteers. We call experts from all the fields, and we thought that it would be a great idea to have our volunteers, the organizers, who are basically specialized and experts in their own areas and fields, who are defining these quizzes, who are helping me create these events. Would be a great moment for all of us to help you answer some of these questions. So the first question that was posted by Ningappa Pujari. Ningappa, are you there? If you're not there, we thought that this question deserves basically an answer. Why most of the seniors are not ready to take initiative in work, and they are not ready to give any suggestions and solutions to achieve the task. And one more thing, they won't accept what juniors say, even though it's correct and it sounds good. So anybody from the ATA volunteer side who would like to basically answer this out? Jyoti, would you like to take this?
Yes, Aditya. Let me share my video.
Yes.
Hey, hi, everyone. My name is Jyoti Shah, and I'm working with Deutsche Bank, and I have more than 13 years of experience into software testing. While I went through this question, what I felt is this is quite debatable question. The answer to this is yes and no. Me, myself, I'm technically leading my own entire team. Here, what we do is, from me, my expectation itself is that I have to be technically ahead and lead the entire solutions or lead the POCs which we are creating. There can be another experience also, no doubt. But again, being a senior person, nowadays, the things have changed. We do not like majority of the managers are expected to be technically proficient, or the senior, whosoever it is. There can be exception in your case, wherein you would have not got any person who would be really contributing to your team. But again, this is really what you can say, debatable question. Each one of you may have a different experience.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. Anybody else would like to comment here from the volunteering team?
I'm happy to share a few
Sure.
views as well, Aditya. Yeah, it's a very interesting question, and yeah, it's to me, work means it's a mutual learning process, and be it any field, any aspect of specialism, be it testing, be it development, anything. And to me, ego plays very little role in that sense. Yes, everybody should come open-minded. Seniors learning from juniors, juniors learning from seniors, peer to peer. The learning is constant, and those who kind of keep their mind open perhaps prosper the most, actually. And to me, in my own organization, something amazing is happening, right? The youngsters are scarily young. We have a 16-year-old graduate tester who has joined our organization, 2i Testing. I work in the UK, where we allow people who have finished school to come along and be apprentice with us. So we have a 16-year-old who's absolutely acing test automation. He has written very, very path-breaking solutions. So there you go. Knowledge has no age. Knowledge and abilities sometimes are very natural. And we are in technology where it's very natural that someone junior might know more than us. You know, some of these things, they come naturally to young people than some of us who kind of perhaps are in a higher wave. So we have to all be open to the idea. Whatever is a good idea, whatever is a valuable idea, it doesn't matter what level of experience it's coming from. If it adds value, if it's going to steer you in the right direction, if it's sounding like a great path to explore, to me, it doesn't matter who it comes from. They might be the most senior person, they might be the most junior person. What at the end of the day matters is the value that a thought brings. So that's my view on it.
Thank you. See, the good thing is that both Jyoti and you basically come from the other side of the management and leadership, Soumya and Jyoti. So, but I'm sure that there are few experiences that probably may be the reason for such a question. Anybody who would like to basically say that yes, they have seen this happen, or maybe how do you basically overcome such a challenge? You get a manager who probably doesn't like your ideas. Let's put it straightforward. Have you seen that happen? Maybe Ravi, would you like to answer that? You are basically eager. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. So I was in that thought for some time, where I was learning that why the people in the D level and B level or C level, they are not listening, and why they're not taking the ideas. But at the same time, okay, what I was missing to learn is I did not know the context of the business, or I did not know the context of the work what we're doing from the end of the business, and that involves the money part. So all I was knowing only from from the part of tech side. From tech side, I see this, but I did not know a lot many things that was happening with the business, and that was needed to run the floor. So sometimes I felt that, and now I realize that I should build a rapport with those people, so that even they can share me those details with the trust and confidence. Yeah, that's so with that learning, that notion, they don't listen to me, is coming small and small, means it's going small.
Very day by day. Thank you so much, Ravi. See, I personally feel that all people, all the leadership team, and if they feel that there is basically certain kind of friction happening with reference to such a kind of notion arising, that's time for the senior management leadership to basically hone their technical skills. Technology is changing so fast. Look at what Soumya just said. The 16-year-old guy can automate better than the others. I personally feel that there is a lot more value to bring in young talent and young blood, and they are the ones who basically would bring you ideas. So if you want to be successful, you bring in new players. Like, for example, I would experiment with Hudas. I would experiment with our shining stars, basically, who are the new stars. And maybe if you are out of form, it might be a good idea to take a break and get that system out of you, like Virat Kohli. And you are stars. So obviously, it is just a matter of time that you can probably overcome this challenge. Okay. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this question. If you're okay, can I move to the next question? I'll share the screen. Okay. I'm just going to share the screen. And the next question is posted by Girish Babu. Are you there? So the question is, how do you see Python automation testing in future? Anybody from the team who would like to basically speak on this? Sumit, are you there?
Hi Adi, hi everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Sorry, I am having some bandwidth issue, so maybe I will continue like this. I hope it is fine. Adi?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Great. I think thanks for that question. I think I would like to answer in two phases. First of all, specifically with the advancement of the technology like AI ML space, if we talk about. So if you are going to deal with AI ML and such kind of an automation testing, then definitely Python is surely a great win. Because it has those kind of capabilities and libraries already available. And then if we talk about traditional testing, I personally, maybe I will start with one of the examples. Say if we are going and doing some coding in Java for Selenium, say we want to read some files. This piece of code, personally, if any automation tester can explain you, he or she, they might need to write, let's say, a few lines of code. But that particular thing can easily be achieved in Python using just 1 or 2 lines because that has a rich library set. Okay. So understand always Python comes with a very, very rich libraries. Okay. Syntax wise, it is quite easy. See, I have worked only on Java and Python, so I can just say that I personally feel Python is very good in terms of syntax and a lot of restrictions are not there. And then of course, all the things which we want in our day-to-day activity nowadays completely with respect to the computations, scalability, ease of doing our automation script. Also, if someone is doing automation in Selenium using Python, it becomes quite easy compared to the Java. So that is one of the choice when we talk about Python. And I think another aspect which I have already explained in the starting, right? If you are going and you are going to deal with AI ML, which some of you already must be doing, if not, you would see that a lot of libraries are coming from Python. Okay, so it has that capabilities which can easily give you a great win. Okay, so but yeah, end of the day, whether it is Python or Java, I would really recommend that you go with the context, right? So don't go, it is easy. I mean, you need to understand what is your demand, what is the context requirement, timelines and whatnot. And after that, you take a healthy decision whether you need to go with Python, Java or any other scripting language. But generally, these are the advantages of using Python, and maybe that can give you a great win.
Great. Thank you so much, Sumit. And I would have asked a few of you, but we will keep this going for another 3 minutes and then jump to Quizathon. So I will basically at this moment jump to the third question. I will not show my screen. The third question is, being software tester, what should I learn to gain expertise in test ops? This question was asked by Mayur Chitnis. So anybody would like to answer that? Test ops. Anybody? Ganesh, yeah, please go ahead, Ganesh.
Okay, yes, yeah. See, becoming an expert into anything takes time, and on the top of that, becoming an expert is an ongoing process. So we'll keep this aside, but what I would recommend is actually test ops, like test DevOps basically. When you have an opportunity to work into DevOps environment, go ahead. However, I would suggest that if you are just simply getting an opportunity to maintain a particular, client base, or because DevOps is a kind of an activity wherein maintenance comes into picture at a very moment you develop the system, implement the system. So if you are willing to do that and ready to take that up further, let me tell you an example. Actually, it's one of my friend actually who is working as a test ops. Okay, and what he is daily facing the challenges is like he is dealing with all the regular customers, clients actually for that particular account, and he is getting a chance to explore himself, learn new things each and every day. Now this is a place actually which I would suggest, or I would say yes, that is where he is now becoming an expert in a test ops thing. But there is another friend of mine who has merely implemented the DevOps stuff only, like the just Docker implementation, and he just like Selenium integration with the Docker and parallel execution he just put in place. That's it. Later on, he didn't get a chance. He just triggering those jobs, and wherever required, he just like taking server container out and taking it down. Likewise, the very minor activity, minimal activity is doing. That's where I felt about him that, oh, you are not becoming an expert, but you are just learning, and this phase should not continue. This thing actually should not be like that. Actually, if you want to be an expert in the test ops, whatever your learnings are there, that has to be implemented. So I would suggest actually anyone who is getting an opportunity into DevOps thing, go ahead, but keep in mind this thing as well.
So I would like to
That's
basically
the thing.
augment. Thank you so much, Ganesh. See, the question was more about how do you learn or get into test ops. My suggestion would be that there are 3-4 things that you should look at. One is Git, which is all about the repository side. How do you basically get your code base into the Git and all? Second would be some CI/CD tool like Jenkins. It might be a good idea to basically learn something like that. Third would be get into something which is more about containerization, Dockers. That would help. And then fourth would be looking at other tools like API testing and Postman and Newman combination, or maybe you can go for rest assured. And how do you invoke such a kind of an automation using tools like that? So this would be my suggestion. Okay.
So Aditya,
yeah,
since
Jyoti,
this
go
is
ahead.
test ops, here it may also involve a production monitoring as well,
Yes,
because
yes.
that's what the main what you can say heart of entire test ops. It may also involve some monitoring tools, some knowledge of monitoring tools like Splunk or AppDynamics, whatever is used in your organization.
So you're right, Jyoti, and in fact, Selenium these days also provide observability, which is more about monitoring. And there are some open source tools like Prometheus. So again, this becomes large context here. So look at how, first is how do you invoke things on around DevOps, and second is how do you basically monitor things in the entire environment. So, but these would be some suggestions to start.
Yes, for specialization in test ops, one should concentrate more on the backend part. So wherever it would be integration of systems is concerned, you should concentrate on those ideas, as well as some monitoring tools, so that the pathway can be determined.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I'll park the questions now. It's 6:42. We will basically begin Quizathon and come back to Q&A. If you allow me, can I do that? I'll come back to the quiz now. 1 second. All right, guys. So can you go back to slido.com? I'm going to basically start the Quizathon. And let me announce that what exactly do we get in Quizathon? Let me just share. Okay. So as a Quizathon winner, there will be 3 winners that will get ATA t-shirts. All 3 winners will get ATA GTR 2022 leaderboard points, and we will also basically give free entry to ATA GTR 2022. The cost is very nominal, but still all 3 who win this quiz get an automatic entry to the event. Okay. With that, if you can join basically our slido.com, I'm going to basically, yeah, please join the quiz. Okay. So there are 21 questions in all. Okay. And there are time-based questions. Leaderboard would not be shown. Leaderboard will only be shown at the end, hopefully, or maybe somewhere in the middle. If the quiz masters have shown the leaderboard, there may be a possibility. I'm going to hold for another half a minute and then start this quizathon. This is the first quiz competition under the umbrella of ATA GTR 2022. We're all geared up to basically make GTR one of the largest conference once again. Hopefully all of you will attend. Hopefully you will go back to your organizations and seek attendance for this wonderful program. There are more than 50 speakers already who are basically signed up. There are workshops, and we will do more events like this. So this is just a flavor of what happens in GTR, like all fun. That's why we call that as a global testing retreat. And Quizathon 1, basically we have got 50 participants now. On a count of 5, I will basically start the quiz. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here you go, guys. Question 1 of 21. All right. Correct answer is OAuth 2. All right, next question. Are you guys ready? All right, guys, wonderful. Correct answer is product backlog refinement. 67% of you got it right. Question 3 of 21. Okay. Next question. Correct answer is this. This ORing is something which will happen. That's where the correct answer lies. All right, so the correct answer is Dell. This is question number 7 of 21. Correct answer is T-Mobile G1. Question number 8 of 21. Yeah, Deep Blue is correct. 38% got it right. Yeah, 56% if you got it right. Next question. So there are more than one correct answer in this, guys. Okay, I can just tell you this. Both these are correct. Next question. Correct answer is surprisingly OAuth 1. Correct answer is product owner. Next question. White box testing techniques are also classified as? Yeah, 47% of you got it right. Next question. Correct answer is event firing WebDriver. 20% of you got it right. Which of the following should be used when you want to do partial match for an element? Yeah, 73% got it right. Correct. 46% of you got it right, guys. Dash can be used to define steps for your pipeline. All right, great. YAML 78%, you got it right. Great job, guys. Yeah, 58% of you have got it right again. Newman. ,29% of you got it right. Search context. ,42% got it right. Correct answer is 1947. All right, so here are the results. Congratulations, Ganesh, Pallavi, Neha. You basically win t-shirts. You also win ATA points. Milind as well, Harpreet as well. A big round of applause for you. Can somebody take a snapshot of this? All right. So I'll at this moment congratulate everybody, and I'm going to basically we have got 5 minutes, but we can extend for 5 or 10 more minutes. I'm going to ask you to ask any questions. Okay, so the stage is open at this moment. I would like you to basically ask any questions or tell us how did this go? Was the quiz too tough? Anything else? You can share your video. You can speak up or ask any questions to any of the volunteers. Volunteers, you can also ask any questions to others. Go ahead, guys. How do you feel things went today? It's 6:56. We started at 6. 56 minutes have passed. What do you think, guys? What is your overall opinion for today's session? Any questions that you want to ask?
I would like to say it was a great experience. I enjoyed participating in Quizathon. It was full of learning. It's, as we discussed at the start, like unlearn and learn. So that means the agenda for the day.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harpreet. Thanks a lot. Anybody else would like to ask any questions to us? All the volunteers are eager to answer anything that you would like to ask.
Hello there. No questions, but I would like to say thank you for taking out this initiative. It was really a wonderful experience, and I did enjoy being a tester in this 1 hour session.
Great. Thank you so much, Neha. Hopefully, you will participate in our upcoming events and quizathons and GTR as well.
Yeah, looking forward to.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Neha. And I think somebody asked, do we want to launch Bugathon? I saw that question. Yes, we want to. We're looking for a app or application. If you want to get your application tested, if you have an app that you would like to crowd test it, get in touch with us. We'll basically organize a Bugathon competition around that. Okay, so that is one. Anything else that you would like to share, guys? Any other questions that you want to ask?
Yeah, looking forward to great bonding. So that was a great experience. And especially the things that I've basically observed, that we have multiple flavors of questions here. So that is perfectly nice, and very well done to all of you. And looking forward to a great bonding ahead.
Okay, great.
With ATA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So there was a question which probably was asked by Gandharv Madan. He said, best advice for beginners who want to start their career in testing field as per their experience level. So can somebody from the team, somebody from our volunteering team try to answer that? Let me repeat that question. Best advice for beginners who want to start their career in testing field as per their experience level. What do you think would be your suggestion here? Anyone? You can share your video and answer if you want. Deepti, would you like to answer that?
I want to say something, sir.
Sure. Please go ahead.
First of all, main point is the maximum writing and the test case. Because of the test case is our main core part in our testing. If you are able to writing the maximum number of test case, so you can able to explore the product more and more way. Test case is so that how many way that you are thinking about this particular form, this particular functionality, this particular design part. So my basic point is when I get the opportunities to review one intern person in my company, first 15 days I continue citing the only test case. I am saying that try to make a perfect test case, follow the proper format of the test case about it, write it on maximum level of the test case in login page and the registration page. I will say that you are able to write down the more than 50 test case, 50 test case with the board of form. Write down consider each and every point, each and every field, like that you are a first user of this product, and it's your responsibility, like how you can use this application. Like if I using the one application, so you are a user, so think about that point, that I am a user of this product. Now start the testing based on them. So you might be get a maximum number of the points. So my point is the focus on a test case, perfect them. That's my advice from my end.
Thank you so much. And see, what Nayan is saying here, guys, is to hone your basic testing skills. That is where, how do you find defects? How do you become a better tester? So there is a question about what is the scope for manual testing? I would say that would never go down. The intent is that if you can't test, everything else basically falls apart. So the manual testing, the word itself, I have been saying that it's okay to use that word, but the true nature of a tester is to find defects. The whole idea is to make sure that how quickly and how effective and efficient you are in finding defects. And that can only come, as what Nayan said, can you think about scenarios? Can you think about test cases? Can you think about functionalities? Can you think about features? That we should hone. And then you can keep on adding different skills. So I would say that future is always going to be there, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, one small point I need to add. So before that, no, the main thing is to like how you are comfortable with the functionality or the requirements that going to deliver it.
Correct.
If you are basically comfortable, and if you know that okay, I understand the requirements, I understand the whole architecture, what basically with respect to design. So if you're fine, then definitely you will write a number of test cases, and definitely you will find the bugs, because this is not only the objective to raise a defect. Yeah, this is not only the objective of the tester to raise a defect, but to understand what exactly we need to deliver it. Right? It does not mean that you haven't find the bug that you are not a good tester.
Yeah.
Right. So these are all things we need to cater and keep in mind. Yeah, we should have the understanding first, which is like definitely before going the testing, you have the requirements, high level design document, low level design documents. You should have the understanding first of all.
Correct.
Before going ahead.
Absolutely right.
Just I wanted to add one point.
Yes, please go ahead. One by one. Who is speaking here?
So it is me, Sujit.
Go ahead, Sujit.
Yes. So like majority of the points have been covered, but one thing just I wanted to add, that the people do not value the domain knowledge. See, you are a tester, but which domain you are testing? I mean, the login of e-commerce is the different than login of a banking site. Correct. So you should know domain, which domain you are working in, what is the impact of each and every input or something APIs. So test as a user, yeah, perfect. Learn domain, yes. And you can think n number of test cases being as a user. As a user, how you can improve the product. Testers do not, do not intended to find the bug. Instead, they help in shaping the product something better in the market.
Absolutely right, Sujit. I think that domain expertise is important. If you guys are around, maybe there is a question as an automation tester, how can I do certification? Could anyone please suggest to do certification? See,
yeah, ATA is having certifications.
Yeah, so I think CPSAT is one which I have been recommending. It is the only program which basically covers a practical assessment around Selenium, and then there's around API as well. So CPWST, which ATA does, and there could be others as well. So go ahead, guys. Another question that I can see is how much DSA required for automation testing? What do you mean by DSA? Mustafizir, what do you mean by DSA here?
Yeah, data structure.
Yeah, data structure algorithm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So obviously, I personally feel that a lot of these data structures are part and parcel of the programming languages, like for example, maps, like for example, collections, that like for example, lists. Now, having knowledge about them would help you out. I'm sure that you don't have to basically learn how to create lists. You don't have to learn how to create basically queues, or how do you basically create maps. These are ready-made available, whether it is Python, whether it is C#, whether it is Java. So, but you should know how to use them. So as an automation tester, you should be strong in understanding what kind of data structures are available to you and how do you use them. But unlike going into depth of creating them, like that is what probably is DSA all around, you can probably look at basically using them and get good at that. Anybody would like to add here? This is what my suggestion is.
Yes, I would like to add here. So here, the main idea here is if you are a senior professional, having the knowledge of DSA is going to help you, and it is going to help you polish your automation framework, polish your automation scripts. You can then groom your team in using them. You can create reusable utilities very efficiently, whether it is APIs, whether it is UI, anywhere we can use various DSAs as an like depending upon the scenario which is under your test. And I would really say that it helps you immensely to polish your own technical knowledge as well as improving your framework. And again, there is another thing which is, as far as career path is concerned, if you want to become a senior consultant or an automation architect, it is really necessary for you to acquire this knowledge. It is not required at the beginning. You can ignore at the beginning if you are in the starting phase of your career. But once you reach the mid level, start acquiring it. Try to implement it in small and big pieces, and then once you gain sufficient amount of experience, try to improve your framework.
Thank you so much for augmenting that, Jyoti.
Yeah, me, I have one.
Yeah, go ahead, Vin.
Yeah. So is it OCJP application is valid for automation testing? Like Oracle is providing Java certification.
I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat, Venu? What?
Yeah, if I do the OCJP certification.
Oh, the Java
is
one.
that helpful for?
Yes. So Java.
Yeah. Is it helpful automation tester to and?
Okay, so a lot of these depend upon which programming language you are using. My take on the situation is that if it is Java, having OC would probably help you. Okay, because having a good core knowledge about Java would. That's my take. Anybody would like to suggest here? Yeah, so I think that's what my take was. Venu, did I answer your question?
Yeah. And apart from you suggested to CPSAT is CPSAT certification helpful for automation tester. Yeah?
Absolutely, yes. That's my suggestion here. Good. Any more questions?
Is there any alternative platform?
So CPSAT is available on Python and C# as well. Go ahead and do that. Any other questions, guys, or you want to basically have interactions here? Ravi has something to say.
Yes. So I want to go for a question. Best advice for beginners who want to start their career in testing field as per their experience level. So yeah. So I would say first to be calm, because be calm, don't panic, because we have a lot of chaos around. Okay, when it comes to testing, like how people perceive testing or how people talk about testing. Okay, to fresher. For example, okay, if one is coming out of a college. Okay, he or she will will also have a mind. Okay, should I pick the programming and go for dev means to become a programmer or not? Okay, like as is multiple keywords, and I did face this keywords 16 years back. Okay, means in fact the HOD of my department said don't pick testing. Okay, he did say, but I had made up my mind in third semester of my engineering that I should be picking testing. So, but yeah, chaos will be there. Okay, so be calm and we should have a mindset. Okay, mindset of not being easily means we shouldn't get easily what to say influenced. Don't be easily influenced. So that is one of the mindset. Okay, which we'll have to develop. Moving forward, okay, find communities. For example, ATA is one community. So if you want to grow in testing, means she will have to find community, build that awareness. Okay, where I am, where I should be going, and how I should be going. And while I do this, I should also look at how the tech is growing and how the industry is growing, because it also matters. So we grow together. So yeah, find the community, you'll find the mentor, develop the mindset of not being influenced easily, and continue.
Correct. And another important thing I would like to add here is to make sure that you start feeling proud about it. So the major problem that I see is in college, they still teach software engineering. The book is from Presspen. Anybody who's done computer science, I don't know about other fields, but in computer science, there is no further knowledge given from the testing world. Maybe things are changing, but I talked to a few of the guys. They have a an idea which is a wrong idea, because most of the professors don't talk about software testing. So as a software tester, I think all of us has got a what do you call, a responsibility to go ahead and talk to other people in colleges, try to let people know what exactly this is. I've been very successful in this career, and so there are many other people. As long as it becomes a passion, as long as you start enjoying what you are and let other people know what you are doing is really amazing, I think that would basically change the mindset. So as a beginner, first step I would say is start passionately, start learning new things, and channel all your energies, and don't get influenced. Ravi has great ideas, and communities will tell you what exactly is going around us. And the colleges probably at this moment don't talk about testing. That's the major problem that I see, right? So anything else? But I had a great day today. I really enjoyed it. It's been 10 minutes past 7. And I think many of you have still stayed back, 43 of you. Anything else? We would be looking forward for your presence. Again, we will organize another ATA talk and quizathon in next 30 days. Stay tuned. I'm looking for some apps. We will launch Bugathon. There is Automathon on Anvil, and make sure that you don't miss out GTR, right? Anything else as a closing remarks? Otherwise, we can sign off for the day. Can you all share your video? Can we see if we can, all of us basically share our videos together and see if we can look at basically saying okay, I don't know how basically can you participant view. So is there a way that we can do a theater view, which probably is there in Teams view? Okay, so immersive. Okay, guys, here we go. If you can look at the view on the top, and let me share my screen if it is possible. Here you go. 1 minute. Let me. Okay, I think I'll probably have to stop sharing the screen because that view went away. Okay, this is where I'll share the screen short of this. Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you so much for everybody. Pallavi, I am glad that you are also there. Ganesh, everybody, Harshada, Amik, Shubham, Sumit, Harsh, everybody who is there. Can you take a screenshot if you can go to the immersive view? Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful ATA Talks and Quizathon. I hope you had fun. Hats off.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
See you around. Cheers.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Great.
Applause for everybody. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop this recording now. Thank you so much, guys.